Take action when facing a problem. Well, what does that look like? What does it look like to take action? We're not taking action based on a personal sense of burden and responsibility. Personal sense would make us feel burdened, would make us feel overwhelmed, would make us feel anxious, would make us feel like, oh no, I'm not sure I know how to do this. It's like, no, we don't want that. We don't want a personal sense of, I have to take action. It's like God is the power. And we get to let go of a personal sense and claim that we are the reflection of the divine all power. Like we get to take action by holding thought. This is a quote from Mrs. Eddy. Hold thought steadfastly to the enduring, the good, and the true. And you will bring these into your experience proportionably to their occupancy of your thoughts. That's such a great quote. So what does that look like when you're facing a problem? Number one, notice that when those I statements are coming in your head that sound really negative, like I can't do that. Notice that's an imposition of the enemy, of mortal mind, of aggressive mental suggestion, whatever you want to call it. That's not your thinking. Notice it. And notice if you can't, and you guys know this trick, but if you can't replace the word I with God and make a true statement, you know it's mortal mind. You know it is. So say, no, talk to the hand, mortal mind. I'm not accepting that as my thinking, and I'm not accepting it as instruction on how I'm going to be. I know who I am as a reflection of God. I know who I am. So I'm going to notice that, denounce it, claim the authority that I've been given by God, and take action on the divine idea. What is creation? There's this really great quote. Mrs. Eddy gives us a definition of creator in Science and Health. She says, spirit, mind, those are two synonyms of God. Creator, spirit, mind, intelligence, the animating divine principle of all that is real and good. Creator, God, the animating divine principle of all that is real and good. Well, what does it mean to animate something? To bring to life, to give inspiration, encouragement, or renewed vigor. So we're being given all of that by the divine creator. We're not coming up with it ourselves. We're not the source of it. That would be a personal sense of responsibility right there that I'm not taking on. It's like, no, that feels like a burden. No, thank you. It's like, no, I'm the very expression of the creation of God. I am the very expression of the activity of mind, of the principle of life. It's like, oh, I get to be the manifestation, the expression. There's so much joy in that. There's so much freedom in that. So when the idea comes, the angel thought, the divine idea, the message from God to me, speaking to my human consciousness, when I get the divine idea and I recognize, oh, that falsity is not mine. Wait, turn thought to what's the divine idea? Then I get to put that into action. I get to be the expression of that idea. Let me give you a little example. I was listening to a conversation with Steve Magnus, who's like a major high performance coach, Olympians, and all sorts of things. And he was asked a question like, what do you do when somebody's all in their head and they feel like they're all tense and they're like at the beginning of a race? He goes, telling them to relax in that moment really doesn't do a whole lot of good. So he says, I give them an action to do. So what does that look like? He says, I tell them, shake out your arms. So they'll shake out their arms, and in doing the activity of that, they find a greater sense of relaxation. So he talks about taking an action and giving, having a greater sense of focus. Well, whenever I hear conversations like that, I'm always translating. It's like, okay, what does that mean to me as a metaphysician? What does that look like in the metaphysical realm of being a scientific Christian? What does it look like to find the activity that goes with the idea and to be really focused? Well, Mrs. Eddy gives us that quote, hold thought steadfastly to the enduring, the good, and the true, and you will bring these into your experience proportionably to their occupancy of your thoughts. It's like, okay, there's the focus. Hold thought steadfastly to the enduring, the good, and the true. But I'm not the one creating the enduring, the good, and the true. That's God's job. God already did that. All I have to do is recognize it and then be the expression of it, put it into action. So what does it look like to express the enduring, the good, and the true? What does it look like to express the true idea instead of the falsity? Because what we focus on expands in our experience. So wherever you're focusing your thought, you're going to see more of it in your experience. If you're focusing on the problem, guess what? You're going to see more of the problem. We don't want that. So recognize the problem trying to beat your door down, mortal mind, aggressive mental suggestion. It's very aggressive, has no power, but it is very aggressive, tries to be. It's like you can notice that and go, no, talk to the hand. No, 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 mortal mind. I'm not taking you on as mine. No, I'm not taking it on as personal. It's not my thinking. No, I get to be the activity of the truth. I get to focus on God, focus on the truth of me as a reflection of God, as made in the divine image and likeness of God, right? And I get to put that into action. I get to, I don't know, whatever it is, call a friend. I get to write a letter. I get to go out for a walk. I get to go water a plant. I get to go feed a bird. Whatever that activity is, good activity is the reflection of good. That would be God. That would be good. It sounds like it goes in a circle. Okay, lots of love. Hey, if you have not checked out, do you have a daily practice? Number one, do you have a daily spiritual practice? Like that really is yours, not something that's been imposed upon you by, church or society or whatever. What is your daily spiritual practice? If you don't have one, I would invite you to design your own daily spiritual practice between you and God, between you and the divine. Even if you don't call it God, that's okay. And there's a really easy way to do that. There's a whole like little workbook that we did a workshop last Friday, but I invite you if you weren't able to make that, you can still sign up for it, get the workbook and go through the workshop because you'll get the recording. And then the bonus for that, which is really cool, is you get a whole month of Morning Metaphys. So you get support in your daily inspiration for a whole month. So join now while you still have part of June left, a lot of June left, and you'll have a whole month of support. So in order to sign up for that, you would have to go to, what is it? Pathsofpractice.com. Pathsofpractice.com. And then sign up, and then you'll get the recording, and you can do the workshop, and then you can join us for Morning Metaphys. And there's also an opportunity to get a week of Morning Metaphys for free if you haven't done that. I think the system only lets you have that once, but there is a newcomer special. So if you've done the free workshop or the free trial and you want to kind of jump in, go to morningmetaphys.com and you can sign up for the newcomer special, which is like a really special rate. So you can join us that way. There are all different ways to join us for daily support. And if you don't get daily support here, doesn't matter. Get it somewhere. Like be in a daily spiritual practice because it's so important. It's so important. It changes your life. But I think most of you who are watching know that. But if you have a friend who may need these opportunities or may need the support for this, share the links and the ideas and the stuff with everybody. You can figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, email me or text me or call me or whatever, and we'll figure it out together. Because there's always support. Don't ever feel stuck or feel alone because you're never alone. There's always a good idea waiting for you to grab onto and take action with. Huh. To come full circle with this idea. All right. Lots of love, everybody. We'll see you next time.